If we were to list human tasks in 5 categories in sequential order, they can be categorized as follows: urgent tasks, important tasks, tasks that need to be done, tasks you want to do, and tasks that should not be done. I mentioned this at the beginning because many Christians often encounter inexplicable misfortunes due to not knowing what they should prioritize in life, be it faith or other aspects. This can be seen in various contexts, such as work and faith, or oneself and the Lord. Today, I would like to discuss the consequences of failing to control certain activities due to our inability to keep our mouths in check. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil, for of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh. Luke 6:45. To have one's heart filled ultimately means holding onto it in your mind and spirit without letting it flow away. This is because it is something so important and meaningful that it's only natural to do what needs to be done. However, in most cases, people tend to react sensitively to things they shouldn't, such as words from someone who doesn't matter if they just listen and forget or pay no attention to. It starts with hurt feelings, and then people may hold grudges or lose their temper, and this happens quite often. When it comes to words that should be heard and taken to heart, people often interpret them based on their own convenience, using theology created by human wisdom. They consider it the truth and even believe in it as faith. Consequently, while they may talk about the gospel and the Bible, those words lack any power or authority. This video may not be related, but there's no excuse for the fact that signs that naturally follow those who believe in the name of Jesus, who they don't hold on to and believe in, are absent for 99% of believers. According to Jesus' words, which state that signs will follow those who hear and believe, it simply means that they do not believe. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. Proverbs 21:23. Perhaps, even in the Old Testament, there may be verses that convey the idea that those who do not guard their words will find their souls in distress when they do not do what they should. Just from this perspective, it seems that people living in the material world, regardless of whether they are Christians or not, tend to enjoy speaking thoughtlessly, now or in the past. Being inconsiderate, lacking sensitivity, and having an undisciplined tongue is still a common trait, and many people continue to face problems as a result. It's commonly said that people eat the fruit of their words, but many individuals do not pay attention to this. Moreover, those who emphasize their own righteousness, become prideful, and enjoy boasting about what they have also fall into the category of not controlling their speech. They thoughtlessly utter unnecessary words they shouldn't, and even though they know what it means to sow words, they don't understand the principle that the words they speak are sown in their own ears, and as a result, they speak haphazardly without realizing the consequences. Spitting while lying down is like committing an unkind act against oneself, similar to ingesting poison and wishing others to die. It's a metaphor implying that if you lose a cow and don't repair the stable, you won't recover. In other words, it suggests that neglecting important matters can lead to irreversible consequences. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Joshua 1:8. It appears that due to the prevalence of pastors who deliver sermons on the New Testament, including the book of Revelation, without a proper understanding of the spiritual aspects, many individuals who lack comprehension are left confused. Perhaps it is because of this that many Korean Christians, who favor the Old Testament with its focus on the law, may not fully understand. In this context, what's crucial is meditation. Despite the fact that the word should be spoken and meditated upon as an important task, there are those who do the opposite. Instead of engaging in the practice of meditation, where the word is thoughtfully reflected upon and spoken, there are individuals who, when they open their mouths, are more focused on spreading false information, boasting, and indulging in activities they shouldn't be doing, which goes against the essence of the word. The issues in life? They originate from one's own mouth, as you rightly pointed out. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Matthew 4:4. Live by the word is a concept often misunderstood in South Korea, which is heavily influenced by rote education, where people tend to focus on studying and memorizing the Bible. Live by the word means that one should not only study and know the Bible but also put it into practice by following the words, commandments, and instructions found in the Bible. While there are people who genuinely live according to the Word, they are not easy to find. Many are content with merely possessing knowledge, and phrases like "was this in the Bible?" are common. Most know, but they often fall short when it comes to actually living by the Word. There are some who genuinely live by the Word, but the majority simply have a conceptual understanding and don't put it into practice. They often find reasons and excuses for why they can't do it, making it difficult to see genuine faith in action. But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words, thou shalt be justified, and by thy words, thou shalt be condemned. Matthew 12:36-37. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. Matthew 15:18. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. Ephesians 4:29. O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. Matthew 12:34. We are told that we will be judged one day, and many people believe we should always speak good and kind words, trying to build virtue and show grace to others. However, I'd like to offer a slightly different perspective. You will probably face one crucial question on Judgment Day: what did you do in the name of Jesus while you were on earth? Did you ask, proclaim, and act in faith through His name? It's a terrifying thought. If we look at ourselves right now, it's not a pleasant reflection. We often lie due to misunderstandings, use bad language, get angry, and complain. We are busy repenting for these actions. But now is not the time to do that. Before this video gets too long, let me conclude. The practice of silence, saying at least one Bible verse from a selection of 10 each day, is commendable. However, many people habitually utter phrases like "I'm so annoyed I could die" or "I'm so upset I could die," and they complain about being tired, hungry, or insane. They express dissatisfaction, jealousy, annoyance, gossip, and meaningless words. I hope you work on cleaning up a life where such complaints flow from your mouth, as these words come out because your heart is already filled with negativity. It's essential to exercise control over your speech before trying to regulate your thoughts. I also recommend meditating frequently and speaking the Word. It's easy to absorb worldly things and hold onto them in your heart while casually spitting them out. If you attend church, believe in the Lord, and boast about reading the Bible, but fail to speak the word of the Lord in your daily life, it's time to step away from such a hypocritical existence. Various life problems that seem inexplicable stem not from religious thoughts but from unnecessary words carelessly spoken without thinking.